What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you guys. We're continuing the shiny Aron hunting tonight. I was gonna stream Dark and Darker. I was like super pumped about it, but then I was like, I haven't shiny hunted in a while. We did it for the first time again last night in a while, so let's just keep it going. So I hope you guys have had a fantastic day. Hope you're ready for another stream. Let's get it. What's up, Casual? I see you in the chat. Pull up our counter. Oh my god, that is bright. Feeling any better, Casual? I know you've been sick for a bit. Full from Denny's. I haven't been doing Denny's in a hot minute. Maybe I should go to a Denny's and be like, what's up, chat? It's your boy, Turtle Tactics, live from Denny's. Today, we're going to take a dookie on the hostess's desk podium thing. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to go to jail just for a live stream. Also, chat, I am like munching on a brownie right now. Playing Black Ops 2 on Wii U, But make sure you guys share out the stream, or unfortunately, your mother. Alright, done shared it to my Twitter and my Discord. But yeah, I'm thinking for the sake of chill vibes, we do an extra long stream tonight. Like, I don't know how long that would entail. Maybe it's 2.5 hours, maybe it's 3, maybe it's 5. I don't know. We're just gonna see what happens, and when I get tired, the stream will end. But I'm kind of thinking about us going for a while, you know? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Get more of this brownie. Michaela? Merry Christmas, Turtle Tactics, Michaela, la 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 la. Heath and Max, they go sporadic, Michaela, la 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 la. Aron, I am going to kill you. Michaela, Michaela, la la la. Shine for me or I will find you. How you doing tonight, Turtle? I'm chilling. How you doing, Miguel? Got me a brownie. Got me a glass of milk. Life could not be better. I mean, it could. I could have a shiny Aron. see what happens. How you doing? Ayo, brownie and a glass of milk. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got a lot of leftover desserts from Christmas, and brownies are one of them. Also, chat, for all the members in chat, I'm gonna hop in the beach in the Turtle Army Discord. That was good, chat. That was really good. Also, I believe I turned off autofocus on my camera. So I think our camera is not going to freak out anymore, hopefully. I don't really have the best lighting. But we turned off the autofocus. I think. I don't know. I might be wrong. It might still focus. But I think I turned it off. But I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. I know sometimes we have viewers who it's still the middle of the day. So I hope you continue to have a wonderful day. Okay. But yeah, we're going to go for some chill vibes tonight. It's just going to be some music, some relaxing hunting. Something you guys can have on in the background while you're doing something else, you know. It's going to be nice. And then you'll only be alarmed if you hear me scream because we get a shiny. And I will scream. That's a big cookie. I can hear Michaela laughing now. Maybe tonight's finally the night, though. Maybe we finally get the shiny to end our suffering. Also, guys, I was super excited. I got a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the mail today. A lot of them specifically were for one binder. I've got so many more coming in the mail still, so I'm ready to get those things and get them in the binder because it's gonna look so good. It's gonna be so well turned. Of course I do. I've got all the tactics. All right, the turtliest of the tactics. I know it all. I'm just saying, chat. I'm too good. But if only I was that good at shiny hunting. Because apparently I'm not good. I am horrible at shiny hunting. Me so well. Of course. I got you. like, I don't know if you guys know this. About to expose Michaela here. Her name on YouTube is not just Michaela. It's also Michaela Yima. You guys might not know that, but it's in there. Yima is at the end of her name. Just saying. I know. You guys are upset that her name just isn't Michaela, but I had to tell you somehow. Do you guys know that sharks haven't seen Twilight because they don't have opposable thumbs to work a remote, so they have not seen Twilight? Just saying. Heath, yeah, maybe Heath will pop in at some point. Also, I apologize if you guys see the lights flashing. It's these Christmas lights I have up to light the room up, but they flash like non-stop, and it's just subtle. It's subtly, but like it's enough to where on camera you can see it, and like I've trained my eyes to see it in the room. It's annoying. We love Heath. We do love Heath. The Turtle Commander. The only one currently. There are no other Turtle Commanders. The most we've ever had at one point in time was 4. But he is the only Turtle Commander right now. He alone has held that position for a long time. I'm trying to remember who else was Commanders at some point. I know obviously there was Caveman. I don't remember who else were Commanders. Bro, why can't we just get a shiny like everybody else? We've been suffering, struggling. Whoa, that's not it. That's not a shiny. Whoa. That's so insane. Always miss you and Heath. You're always welcome in stream. I'm surprised we haven't even got a shiny Zubat yet. I thought he'd be one of the first ones we get. Thought we phase into him, you know? Hold on, guys, my foot is stuck in this blanket. No, it's not. My pant leg. Stuck under the chair. There we go. I'm wearing these Chainsaw Man pants that my sister got me for Christmas, and the legs are a little too long. My pant leg got caught under the wheel of the chair. No shiny. But yeah, I plan for this to be a longer stream tonight. Like I said, I don't know how much longer it's going to be than normal. It could be just 30 minutes extra. It could be a whole 2 hours extra. We don't know. Whenever I get tired and want to lay down and go to bed, that's when the stream will end. Because that's what's going to happen after the stream is over, is I'm going to bed. A Mario shirt for Christmas that says, "Let's go, it's a Mario. It's a me, a Mario." Country roads, let's go. It's a me, Mario. Mushroom Kingdom. Ash Raid, what's up, Red Valo? Welcome to the stream. We getting raided by Ash? Ash, the boy, the dude, the guy. He's that guy, pal. Yo, it's Ash. I appreciate that raid. What's up, Bullseye? Welcome to the stream. You guys better all be subscribed to Ash. I'm just saying. What's good, Ash? Splatoon 3 ranked battle. Got my butt hit really badly, but I had a great time. Oh, I'm glad you had a good time. Yo, Uni, nothing yet. Nah, dude, not even a single phase. We have not seen a single shiny in 20,553 encounters, bro. It is pain. Somebody end my suffering. Bro. Somebody take me out, whether it's on a date or with a rifle. I don't care. Take me out. I'm gonna be 40 years old doing this hunt. And it's gonna be like 200,000. Take me out of the ball game. You can take me out to the crowd. Uni, wait, hold on. Will there be some peanuts and Cracker Jacks? That's the question. Will there be peanuts and Cracker Jacks? Uni, what's up? How you doing? I don't know what a Cracker Jack is either, but it's in that song. I think it is. Hold on, wait. Am I stupid? I'm looking this up. I might have said the complete wrong thing. Take me out to the ball game. Lyrics. Yeah. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. So whatever Cracker Jack is, I don't know, but it's in the song. It's the Dodgers versus Red Sox game, I think. I'm not really a sports fan, to be honest. I used to play a lot of sports, but I'm not really like a fan of watching them. Unless it was Kuroko's basketball. Kuroko's basketball was really good. So that's an anime. It's not an actual sport, so. It was still good, though. I'm just saying. Haikyuu was good, too. Haikyuu was really good. Once upon a time, I could have cosplayed the main character when my hair was that short. Could have. Yeah, dude, I just barely understand sports, period. Like, watching them. If you tell me how to play it, I can play it. But, like, actually, like, watching the sport, I get so confused. I love this song on the track. I'm chilling, chat. I am chilling. Goofing around and apparently found his boxing gloves and punched me in the jaw. Bruh. Oh, yeah, I would have freaked out too, to be honest. If I noticed your jaw was loose. Been like, did I do that? Yo, Tom. With your sexy self, what you doing, boy? Tom, don't worry, I haven't forgot. Paralith is still working on stuff. We're just trying to get a new sound, and we haven't fully mastered it yet. We don't really know what we're doing. So, when we find the new sound that we like, and really get like all our stuff worked out, we will be recording and releasing. Don't worry. We got songs in the works. I have not forgotten. I am not edging you this time. Muted because doing something. Hi, Turtle. Hi. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Sunflower. slam my elbow into that desk. Doing the strong stuff of masked riders, and the next one I don't want to do because the helmet design is so irritating to draw. Oof. Masked riders, is that like Common Rider? Yes. Ayy. That's right. I know my nerd stuff. Secondary riders right now. Ooh. Toilet. Bry! Bry! I mean, how you doing? I'm not sweating. You guys are sweating. Just saying, guys, I'm not the one sweating here. Ixa and the end is next, and I love his design, but I hate his helmet. Yeah, some of the helmets on that are weird. I caught up to the One Piece manga. Okay, so I watched all the dub they released like in one day. That was like new. Obviously, I didn't watch 1,000 episodes in one day. I watched the new stuff in Wano, and some things are happening, bro. Things are happening. It's a lot. Also, Bri, I don't know if I told you, but Ancient Gear getting new cards. Let's go. I'm excited. So I finished Dressrosa and still there. Okay, yeah, so you got a ways to go. I won't spoil anything for you because like it gets so good, you know. How's World? Of course I remember, bro. Welcome to the stream. I rarely forget a face. Okay. Bri, are you free to get in call with me, or are you already in a call? I will send them to you. But like, if you can get in call with me, I can explain. Because like, I will definitely talk about this. I am like the crab from Moana. It's like, are you just trying to get me to talk about myself? Because if you are, I will gladly do so in song form. Hello?
Asking you shall receive.
Yay! Okay, so I'll send you the pictures in a minute because they're actually really cool. But we're getting 5 new cards that we know of. There may be more. They don't come out until April for the TCG. But one of them is a new golem. It's called Ancient Gear Dark Golem. It's supposed to reflect the Dark Ages. It can actually be special summoned, unlike normal golem. And when he's summoned, I get to add any 2 Ancient Gear cards or Gear Town from deck to hand. So it just gives me a lot of consistency. It's pretty cool. Then they came out with another level 4 called Ancient Gear Tanker. It's like a retrain of Ancient Gear Soldier and the equip spell Ancient Gear Tank. When it's summoned, it summons any Ancient Gear monster from hand, including Golem. Or if my opponent has a monster, I can summon it from grave instead. It also lets me just destroy any card I control that's face up. And then Ancient Gear monsters that mention Golem or are Golem gain 600 attack for the turn. So I can like blow up Gear Town. That's really cool. There's one that's specifically a Dr. Crowler reference. It's called Ancient Gear Commander. It's got like the whole like dual vest thing that Crowler has in the show. And it has 3 effects that are crazy. So the first one is I can send an Ancient Gear Golem from hand, deck, or field to grave and then immediately normal summon another Ancient Gear monster. The second one is if an Ancient Gear Golem is normal or special summoned, I can summon another one from hand or grave. And then the third one is I can banish Commander from grave to place an Ancient Gear continuous trap face up on the field. Because all the new ones don't let me set cards for the rest of the turn. There's a new spell called Ancient Gear Advance that I'm super in love with the artwork with because it's amazing. It's crazy. For activating it, you add an Ancient Gear spell or trap from deck to hand. You contribute a monster you control, draw a card, and then for the rest of the turn, you can normal summon Ancient Gear monsters that are level 5 or higher that are Golem or mention it without tributing. And then the trap card is called Ancient Gear Duel. And the artwork is funny. It's literally just an ultimate Ancient Gear Golem about to beat the crap out of a Neo-Spacian Flare Scarab. It says monsters that are Ancient Gear Golem or mention it are unaffected by your opponent's activated monster effects. And once per turn, you can fusion summon Ancient Gear monster that mentions Golem in its text using a Golem I control and monsters that are on field or in graveyard. And then it can attack 3 times. So, using the new things, I've made Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem 5,000 attack and just swung with it 3 times per game. It's so freaking funny. I'm grabbing the pictures for you right now. Okay, so... where are you in my DMs? There you are. Here is Ancient Gear Commander. This is a Dr. Crowler reference.
Ah, okay.
This is Ancient Gear Tanker. Here is the new Ancient Gear Golem, Ancient Gear Dark Golem. Here is the spell card, Ancient Gear Advance. And then here's the trap card. Oh crap, I didn't mean to copy the link. The trap card, Ancient Gear Duel. So these all come out in January for the OCG, but we'll get them on April 26th.
For the TCG?
Yes. And I've been testing with them. And it is insanely good. Like, for perspective, the last regional I went to a couple weeks ago, I played the new Fire King support because they made a structure deck. I got demolished. It was no contest. It was just, they 2-0'd me. I played against Fire Kings with this new stuff on a simulator. I demolished them. It was no contest. I 2-0'd them. They didn't do a single point of damage to me. It was so just blown out of the water. Have I ever played Counter-Strike 1.6? I have not. Literally the combination of Ancient Gear Fortress and that new trap card, though, is just the ultimate no. And they can't do anything about it. Like, I played against a friend's deck the other night to help him test it. And I said, I'll play you. Like, I've never beaten that deck. So, like, I mean, I'll try with this new stuff. I just 2-0'd him. It was no contest. It was insane. Like, there's just such a difference now. And I get to play the deck pure. I don't have to run any other monsters except Ancient Gear monsters. So I'm happy. Because that's all I've ever wanted. I have to suffer for 4 months until I get them in America, but it'll be worth it.
You know, that's fair, yeah.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if after this new support comes out, somebody tops a regional event with Ancient Gears. It may be me, it may not, but it's gonna be somebody.
If it's you, I will clap and applaud the entire way there.
If it's me, I will actually cry. I'm not even gonna lie. I will legit cry in the event. There's a video on YouTube, and it's specifically why I play Ancient Gears, because it's so funny. Not to mention that I just love Ancient Gears, but it's a video of Farfa, one of the biggest Yugi tubers on YouTube, and he's playing someone on Master Duel, and they're playing Ancient Gears, and he's got like all these monsters on board that negate, and the person had Ancient Gear Fortress on the field, so he can't respond to stuff that says Ancient Gear in the name. And he's like, Ancient Gear Fusion, yeah, I don't know what that summons. So, yeah, he was going to try to negate it, then it just went through, and he's like, wait, why couldn't I negate Ancient Gear Fusion? And he summoned Chaos Giant. And he's like, wait, why couldn't I negate that? Okay, that's whatever, I guess. And he attacks into a defense position monster. He's like, oh, it pierces. That's great. And then he attacks something else. He's like, oh, it attacks everything. Okay, yeah, no, that's gay. But he starts like laughing, but he's freaking out. And I'm like, yes, get freaking schooled. Go to Duel Academy. But like, lore building backstory here. So I went to a regional like 2 weeks ago with my current Ancient Gear deck, and it's not great. And I'm having to use other Earth machines as a crutch. But it's the best I've ever had it. And I knew there was a rumor of Ancient Gear support coming out the same day, because there was a live stream in Japan with the voice actor for Crowler over there that was going to show up. So like, it was just a rumor, but I was like, there's no way they're actually going to do it. So I played through the whole event. I break even by going 4 wins, 4 losses, and we're driving home. It's a 6-hour drive, me and my 2 friends. And we stop at a Buc-ee's at like 2 a.m. and we've been driving since 9. And I go in there, they're buying some snacks and some drinks, and I go into the bathroom, and I'm sitting there, I'm just dead tired because we're driving home at night. And I was like, I might as well just check just to see if anyone said anything. And then I see the Golem retrain. I was freaking out. I run outside and I show them, I was like, you guys got to look at this. And then I scrolled down one post on the Facebook post, and there was the other 4 cards. I was like, no freaking way. It gave me so much energy. I was so pumped to drive home. Literally the only archetype from GX they haven't supported now in the TCG is Ojamas. If they do Ojamas this year, every single thing in GX would have gotten support. And I have a friend that plays Ojamas, so I'd be ecstatic if they actually got something playable.
Yeah, makes sense.
I want them to print Ojama Ride from the TV show.
Wait, that's not already printed?
No. Ojamas have more cards in the anime that don't exist in the TCG than they do actual cards in the game.
Oh.
It's honestly really sad. And like, I wish they did have things. Yeah, they don't have Ojama Ride. They don't have Ojama Ndala. There's like a better version of Ojama Delta Hurricane that they don't have. There's a lot of stuff that they just don't have. Because Ojamas were never actually supposed to be an archetype. They were supposed to be just filler monsters in older sets before GX started. Because Ojamas aren't even in the manga.
Yeah, no, they're not. I know that much.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to exist, but for some reason, they let Chaz use them and it became an archetype.
Yeah, because Chaz originally had Light and Darkness Dragon, wasn't it?
Yeah, Light and Darkness Dragon. He was good in the manga too. Like, he defeated Jaden at some point. Because I know in the manga, Zane's whole thing is he 2-0'd his opponents every game. Like, by turn 2, they were dead. And he never, like, took damage or anything. And Chaz played him in the graduation match, and they went to turn 3 instead of turn 2. And Zane was essentially like, hey, congrats, no one's ever lasted that long. And then Zane never graduated. For some reason, he just didn't graduate.
Yeah, they definitely took liberties in the anime.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of GX, did you hear they're actually printing Dark Guardian from that tag team match against Para and Dox?
Wait, yes, actually I did hear that.
Yo, what's up, Magby? Yeah, I'm so excited for that. Because I've been wanting to build a Gate Guardian deck anyway since they got support recently. And now that Dark Guardian's coming out, I'm pumped. My buddy that plays Red Eyes is like crying on the inside because I got all this good support and he's happy for me. But he's told me like 4 times. He's like, I wish I could get the same treatment you got. That way I could play my deck pure. And like, I want it for him. I really do. I want them to print some stuff that makes Red Eyes playable. But you did put the art in the channel, by the way? Heck yeah, I'll check it out later. Oh, I'm doing a special collection project, by the way. I bought this huge binder, right? Like, if I put it on my screen right now, it'd take up probably the entire camera. It's a normal big binder is 4x3. This one's 4x4, and it holds over 1,000 cards in it. So I'm collecting a playset of every Ancient Gear card that there is, and it looks really good. And I just got a bunch of cards in the mail today for it. And I've got like way more in the mail coming. So like as they come in, I'm just sliding them in the binder. My buddy that plays Red Eyes is like at the last 30 cards for his Red Eyes binder. He's doing the same thing. He's what inspired me to do it. His binder's a lot more expensive than mine. Like, good God. Red Eyes has got some expensive cards, like stupid expensive. Like, I know you don't play the TCG a whole lot, but
No, but I mean, I'm interested in it.
yeah, my most expensive card that will be in the binder, I don't have it, and I probably won't have one for a while, are the Ultimate Rare Ancient Gear Golems from the Lost Millennium. Just one of those things is $500, so I have to get 3 of them for the binder at some point. That's like his 6th or 7th most expensive card in his binder. He's got some stuff that is up there. And he's got a lot more cards that are like over the $100 range than I do. Like, I have like 2 cards that's over $100. Like, to put it in perspective, I did the math. Counting what I already had in the binder before I got stuff today, what I would need to spend to complete the binder was like $2,300. And $1,700 of it were the Ultimate Rare Ancient Gear Golems. Just that one playset. So like comparing his binder to mine is like there's a huge gap in price. Uni just uploaded a video. Maybe I share it in the stream right now. Should I do it, chat?
I think you should.
I'm gonna do it. He said stop. No. Don't you do it. I already did it. Bite me.
You already.
I gotta support Uni, bro.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm waiting for more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains to release on Hulu. I haven't been able to watch any. Have you watched Vrains yet?
Nope.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
It's the one season I haven't seen yet.
Dude, I would put it up there with 5Ds. It's really good.
I really enjoyed 5Ds. I just hated that it never was fully dubbed.
Yeah, that 4th season was in sub.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen the 4th season. I need to see it. Because I watched all the way up to that one tournament, and then it just ended so abruptly.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess that's it. Time to go to Zexal.
It ended because of Zexal.
But yeah, apparently in the manga, like, it was hinted at or something that Crowler, or in the Japanese, Kronos, was, like, his deck was supposed to have, like, a Dark Ages version of the Ancient Gears, or in the Japanese, the Antique Gears. And that's what the Dark Golem was supposed to be. And my favorite artwork is the artwork on that spell card, Advance. I'm 100% having that made into a playmat. And I'm so sad because from what I know, everything on that list are all going to be commons except for Dark Golem. He's going to be an ultra rare. I really wanted Advance to be a secret rare because it'd be so freaking shiny and it would look so good. Welcome back, Casual.
Alright, Casual.
I gotta get some more binders at some point. I got a new binder for Christmas, and I mapped out like ahead of time because I don't have the cards yet. What cards go in it, and it's gonna be an effect monster only binder. It starts at Collector 10-1, which was released in 2004. It's the 10s that had like Insect Queen, Blade Knight, Command Knight. There's something I can't remember how to pronounce. Xerion Universe, I think is what it's called. There's a couple 10s. And it goes all the way up to Ancient Prophecy Special Edition in September of 2009. So if I get a couple more, I think I can get it mapped out and caught up to where we are. That's a lot of cards. I think there's like 14,000 something cards in the trading card game right now, and I have 1,000 of them, so I'm only a 14th of the way there. You got around half your Lunalights. So what you been up to, Bri? It's been a while.
Too much?
Hmm?
Not too much.
I thought you said too much. I was like, what do you mean by that?
Not too much, no.
What you been up to? Too much. Too many things.
What have you been up to?
Streaming, looking for jobs, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I quit Aldi weeks ago because my boss thought it was okay that, and he thought he was able to yell at me for like an entire lecture, and he told me that he wanted me to work there, but he doesn't need me to, so I was like, okay. I don't need to work here either. So I quit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I told my coworkers and my friends, and everyone's agreed with me so far, that there's only 2 people on the planet that can yell at me like he did, and that's my mom and my dad. So unless he somehow makes it onto that list, he can't yell at me. I don't care. Like, no job's worth that.
No, it's not. You need shush.
Michaela says it puts the biggest smile on her face to hear your voice again.
Love you, Michaela.
But yeah, I've been playing a couple games here and there with Heath and Max. I just haven't really been playing a lot of video games lately. Like last week, I was really bad, and I just didn't stream like 3 days of the week.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to get back into it more because I want to stream every day. It's just I've had like next to no motivation to play anything, and I don't want to make a stream where I'm just like half doing it, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, I've basically been just chilling, looking for new jobs. I might, like big keyword, might have one.
Matt.
Yeah? Yeah?
Hi, Bri. Also, so I just got banned from a Discord community for a video that I made that was a sequel to Is That a Woman?
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
I got banned for misogyny.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Here's the best part. So it was literally like a part of Chivalry 2.
Yeah.
I kick open a door and there's a peasant woman near the window. She turns around and goes, "Oh, good heavens!" Fucking hit her out the window with a bat as a horse with a fucking spike ran by.
Yeah.
Fucking impaled her and took her away.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And I said, "I
It should've
found a
been
woman
me."
in my new house." I removed her promptly. And then, like, 3 seconds later, dude, not cool. You have been banned from the server.
My God.
I was crying so hard, I was laughing.
I just made the it should have been me, not him joke. Bright, have you seen Hellsing?
I have not, no.
Okay. So I was watching Hellsing Abridged with a friend earlier. And I think it's episode 1 or 2. One of the characters, she like falls through the ceiling and lands on top of this guy who's like on this board of directors for something. And she lands on his face with her butt, completely, of course, ironically, and knocks him out of the chair. And like I paused, I was like, "It should have been me, not him." They didn't get the reference, obviously, but they were like, "Bro, are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm not." You got Black Ops 2 and Pikmin 3 for Wii U? Heck yeah, dude. I haven't actually played Pikmin.
I don't think I've ever touched it.
The only experience I have with Pikmin is in Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, that would do it.
Have you watched Sevens yet? Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens?
Nope.
Okay, I haven't either. I know nothing about it.
I think Brains and Sevens are the only two that I haven't seen.
Zexel grew on me, man. Like, at first, it was really rocky, and I kind of hated it. But as it went on, I kind of, like, got attached to it.
I feel like out of the protagonists, he's not the best one, but...
I think he's definitely the worst protagonist, but the most relatable, because, like, he actually sucked at the game.
Yeah, he was more relatable.
Like, I can't relate to Yugi, Jaden, or Yusei, where they're just absolutely, like, beefed up, like, legends of the game.
Yeah, Yugi never lost. Jaden lost, but...
Yugi actually lost 5 times.
He lost to Kaiba. I remember that.
He lost to Raphael.
Raphael.
He lost to Rebecca, but that was on purpose. And there were 2 other... Technically, a Tim lost to Yugi, so you can count that as 4. I forget who the 5th one was.
I don't know. Does Raphael count since it was filler?
People are counting it as a loss, but it's not a canon loss.
Because I was going to say, Waking the Dragons was entirely filler.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing. People will argue with you about that, but, like, we all know it's not canon. Everyone's like, "No, it is canon. It actually happened." I'm like, no, it didn't. Definitely did not. Uni, I do not know Sentai Team.
Yugi also lost to Pegasus. I did forget that point.
Oh, yeah, he did lose to Pegasus. That was the 5th one. The very first episode, he lost to Pegasus, Pegasus in the time limit duel. That was the 5th loss.
Please do not peg your sis.
Don't peg your sis. I actually have a meme on my phone. Speaking of Yugi,
Pegging
Jaden,
your
and
sister?
No, Yugi, Jaden, and Yusei. And it says how the protagonists handle bullying, and it has Yugi / a Tim. And he's like, "You there, stop picking on that person, and how about you pick on someone on your own side? Let's play a card game." Then Jaden's like, "Hey man, bullying's not cool, chill out, let's have a fun time and have a duel." And that has Yusei just walks up to the dude and just decks him in the jaw.
He'd definitely do that, yeah.
Basically Japanese Power Rangers. Oh, okay, gotcha. Isn't that Kamen Rider though? Like Kamen Rider is essentially Japanese Power Rangers before Power Rangers were a thing. Also, Uni said, "Yugi boy."
Yugi boy.
Oh, since we're talking about things that happened in the show that didn't happen in the manga, how about Pegasus living? He freaking died in the manga.
Yeah, he did.
Had his Millennium Eye ripped out of his skull.
Yep.
The mangas were actually kind of dark.
I was gonna say before before Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters started, the arcs before that was just Yugi killing people.
Yeah, because in the manga, the original one that we refer to as Season 0, they played more games than just Duel Monsters. They played like a lot of like really dangerous life or death games that were the shadow games. And then the game that we know as Duel Monsters in the manga was called Dragons and Wizards.
Yeah.
And then everyone like really reacted like super good to that. So like Kazuki Takahashi completely rewrote the entire manga and focused it around that, and he called it Duel Monsters.
Because they did take liberties in the English version specifically, where they said, "Oh yeah, you're going to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. Instead of saying, "Hey, I'm going to kill you."
You're going to the Shadow Realm, or I'm sending you to the stars in GX."
Oh yeah, he did say that.
But
You're
in the
going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
I love
but in
that
the
video.
Japanese version, I
Hey,
know that
Matt, can you take a look at this? It's literally like 5 seconds.
Yeah, one sec. Let me flip over. Okay. Okay. You just go to the purples, duh. Okay, but hold on, wait.
Unsuspecting woman gets fucking
Since
murdered.
we're talking about people not dying, and this is a different anime entirely, but Brian, how... Okay, I don't understand how they make it make sense that at Marineford, not a single Marine was killed in the War of the Best. Not a single one. Makes no sense to me.
disagree.
Oh, that's every Marine's dream. To come back home.
I feel like some did. They just probably did it off screen.
Yeah, but like they made a comment that like not a single Marine life was taken. It was like after the war was over. Because like one of my friends who got into the card game first and then started watching the anime, he's just now at Dressrosa. But he was asking me about that. I was like, so how did not a single Marine die? I was like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, like one of them said after the war was over that no Marines died. Him and I went back and watched the episode, and I was like, huh, I don't remember that.
I didn't remember that either.
Yeah, apparently none of them died.
How is it? Well, it was still a war, but still.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how is it a war if none of them died? But we all know who did die. So
Yeah.
the
The War of the Best, Uni.
Marineford.
You know who should have died in that war?
Who?
Akainu. Whitebeard pounded that man into the ground and turned him into Flat Stanley. He should have freaking died.
No Marines did. No.
Yeah, no Marines did. I think there were a couple of pirates, but they didn't really say who. It's like, I don't know. It just makes no sense to me that there was an actual war and no one died.
Either they're some really good survivors, or they really fucking suck at war.
Yeah.
Probably the latter.
That was my favorite scene, though. When, like, Akainu was, like, talking smack about the pirates and about Ace specifically. And then it just zooms out and Whitebeard is just standing there behind him. And he's like, oh, crap.
I hate Akainu so much.
I know why he didn't die, because he had to live for plot. But, like, still, come on.
He did. He had to live for plot. And obviously there was the whole thing with Akainu and Aokiji.
Yeah.
Who got to be the Marine Admiral.
And
Yes, I of course understand exactly what you're speaking.
I understand why Akainu, like, got it, though, because if Aokiji became Fleet Admiral, the Navy would have been a lot more lax.
Yeah, they would have.
The episode I just watched the other night was where Luffy fell off of Onigashima.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I can say with the least amount of spoilers as possible.
No, I know exactly where you are.
Yeah. He was talking to Momo.
I know.
He's
I've never watched it.
he was talking to Momo through that telepathy thing that Momo has, and he was like, "Tell them, I'm still gonna beat him."
You're in for a treat.
Yeah.
Episode 1071. I'd better get a DM.
1,000.
There's
literally like 1,000 and something episodes max.
Yeah, let me tell you the episode number I just watched. Hold on. Let me log in.
There's 1,100.
I understand loving making your art and seeing people happy with it. At what point does it end?
I just watched episode 1036.
You got a while.
Yeah.
They're in the final sagas for One Piece.
Yeah, but saga is a very broad term.
Well, yeah, but
When it comes to One Piece, at least.
I mean, yes, true. Wano did take 4 years.
4 years.
Yes, it took 4 years to get it fully animated.
And it just ended, right?
Yeah, it literally just ended this year.
Yeah, and they're like going to Egghead. The only thing I know about Egghead is the name.
I know everything.
I was surprised when I learned about Uta.
She's not canon.
She's not?
No.
I was watching those special episodes. Are the specials not canon?
I don't think those are canon now.
Oh. The more you know.
Like, I think she's a canon character, but I don't think anything that happened in, like, the movie is canon.
Oh, I haven't seen the movie. I was just talking about the special episodes.
No, yeah, they mentioned
removed.
They mentioned he has a daughter,
Yeah.
but no, I don't think anything from like the movie is canon.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie.
Okay, now I have to ask because this just popped into my head today.
Okay.
Do you guys remember Transformers the movie, the 1986 version?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Orson Welles. The last movie that he was in the Transformers.
See you, Michaela. You have a good one. Also, no, Casual, I did not hear about that.
And he plays a giant fucking planet that eats other planets.
Yeah.
And the best part is that when it eats a planet, it has the... Do you guys remember Chuck E. Cheese, like, ticket taker machines?
Yeah.
yes.
Where we go, crunch, crunch, crunch. It has that sound effect when it's eating the fucking planet, and it's amazing.
Oh, that's good.
It's a Unicron, probably.
It is Unicron. Dude,
Yeah, I used to rent that movie from Blockbuster all the time.
Okay, my parents got it for me when I was 4. I had no idea what happened in it, but they were sitting there watching it with me. Fucking Optimus gets smoked, and they just, alright, and we're done. Turn that shit right back on the moment that I got access to the TV again. I was like, I can't be left with a cliffhanger.
Yeah, Transformers is like one of my biggest fascinations as a kid.
I enjoyed it.
Starscream was always my favorite Transformer.
My old
Matt, you want to watch Transformers the movie at some time?
Yeah, for sure, sometime.
At some time, bro. I got you.
my old car.
Oh, you're good, Uni.
Uni?
We'll have like a movie night in my Discord server and actually use the movie nights channel I haven't used like in 2 years, and we'll watch the Transformers movie.
All right, because I own it.
I'll never forget one Christmas.
I own the 35th and 35th.
Yeah. I'll never forget one Christmas. I got this Bigfoot movie from my mom and dad. It's called Bigfoot: The Lost Coast Tapes, and they just thought it'd be a cool Bigfoot movie, right? It's like a documentary type setup, and I don't think I've seen a movie with more cuss words in my life. And they immediately shut it off after 3 minutes. It was so bad. I had to watch it though. I couldn't be left on a cliffhanger either. And it was only 3 minutes in, right? So I watched the whole freaking movie.
And I came out and I was like, Mom, that's one fucking good movie. Got hit with a belt that day.
No looms. Dude, no, it's actually a good movie though. It involves the Jersey Devil too.
Okay, so here's my recommendations from movies.
Okay.
So all I own is all of the John Wick movies, both Top Gun, Transformers the movie, recommended for you, Transformers Rise of Beasts, Final Fantasy, Escape from Planet Earth, Jetsons the movie, Lightyear, Die Hard.
My favorite movie starts with Triple X.
And then 4 of them are literally just pornos.
Okay, here's the real question. Do you guys consider Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Me too. And if anyone in chat says it's not a Christmas movie, you can be wrong. I'm just saying.
I'm banning it.
But yes.
And then number 1 recommended for you, Sound of Freedom.
I was listening to a radio station the other day in the car talk about like the top 10 Christmas movies. Die Hard was on the list. You want to take a guess of what movie wasn't on the list?
Elf.
Elf. It was not on the list.
How did I guess that?
I don't know, but you were right. And like the woman who read the list, like literally was like, "What? What do you mean Elf's on here, but Die Hard is?" It's like she was like in just complete shock.
I cannot fucking
Elf is a good one too. Yeah, Elf's a good movie,
I enjoy Elf. It was a good Christmas movie.
but not as good as Die Hard apparently. You saw Elf on Thanksgiving? But yeah, Brian, there's another regional in February, and then there's another regional in May. So I'm going to the one in February as like the farewell tour for my current variant of my deck, and then in April it's going full power Ancient Gears. I'm so excited. I'm pretty sure I also confused the ever-living crap out of somebody on TCG Player, because since the pages are 4x4 in that big binder, if I'm doing play sets, the bottom right corner of each page is always an empty slot. So I bought these art tokens of and they have them for different characters. It's always like a character and their boss monster. Like there's Joey with red eyes on it. I bought 62 of them for Dr. Crowler and Ancient Gear Golem, and I'm absolutely positive that someone saw the order go through and they're like, "Wait, what? Did I read that right?" And like, I'm half tempted to message them after I get them and say, "Hey, I appreciate you actually sending these through the mail and everything. Helps a lot." Just to see if he'll respond, "Yeah, no problem. By the way, what are these for?"
By the way, what are these for exactly?
Once I get some complete pages, I'll send you some pictures. But like none of my pages in the binder are complete yet, but they will be when the rest of the stuff gets in the mail. I essentially ordered every card for the binder that's not expensive. That way I could get like the majority of it done in one go. But it's funny because he only had like 145 of them. So I bought out almost half of them. And it only cost me like $13.
That's not bad.
Yeah, they're not expensive. The Red Eyes ones, though, yeah, they're kind of expensive. Because like the Red Eyes ones, I think are like $2, which isn't big. But like I ordered 40 of them for a friend to pay him back for some meals that he bought me in Knoxville when I went up there for a couple days with him. Mm-hmm. And it adds up when it's $2 a card, and you're ordering a big quantity. The Dr. Crowler ones were like 20-30 cents a card. I'm doing a rule though, like me and my group, where even like for the binder, even if it's a card that has nothing to do with the archetype you're building, if they're on the card, it goes in the binder. For example, for me, there's a trap card from like 2012 called Gemini Counter that has Ancient Gear Knight on it. It has nothing to do with the archetype, doesn't do anything for Ancient Gears. It's a trap card. So I had no idea the thing existed until like a couple weeks ago. So I ordered a playset of those. But now I'm just thinking to myself, how many other cards in the game out of the 14,000 something cards might have an Ancient Gear monster on it? And I have no way of like Googling it. I just have to go through all the cards at some point. Because like otherwise, how am I gonna know?
Yeah.
Your hand's dying. Oof. Yeah, I got excited not last year. It was this year, earlier this year, because there was a card released in one of the newer sets, and I thought it was gonna be Ancient Gear support because it had like Chaos Giant on it and a bunch of other Ancient Gear monsters on it called Battle Royale Mode Joining. But it just does stuff based off attributes. It has nothing to do with the archetype. It's just literally like copy pasted a part of Arc 5. And it's supposed to like symbolize later in the series when people like just randomly interrupted the duels. It's like, oh, you're gonna take this life point penalty because you entered the duel. It's like supposed to symbolize that. And it's got some of the Fusion Dimension soldiers with their dual discs like turned on and everything. It's a cool card design. It's just it doesn't do anything for my deck. So I had to get 3 of those too. They're in the mail.
Got it.
It's funny because there's a lot more for Red Eyes than there are Ancient Gears. So I found a card at a card shop when I was up in Knoxville with my buddy, and he had like just finished mapping out his binder and everything, and like figuring out where everything's gonna go. And I found the spell card called Zombie Power Struggle, and it has Red Eyes Zombie Dragon fighting a zombie monster on it. And I like looked at him. I was like, "Hey, Mikey." He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" I was like, "Do you have this card?" And he looked at it, and he's like, "No, I don't." So he went home. Luckily, he found 2 more in like his bulk box that he didn't know he had them. So he bought that one at the shop and then found the other 2 later. But he had to move everything over. Did you have a favorite deck through any of the series, bro?
I had a few.
What were some of your favorites?
I really enjoyed the Norse God deck.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I really enjoyed the Norse gods. I really enjoyed the elemental heroes, the Neospatians.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of characters that just like straight up die in the manga but not in the show, about Aster Phoenix's dad. They're like, oh yeah, he was taken. I never saw him again. Yeah, no, he was taken to the grave.
Yeah. I remember looking that up and I was like, oh, he died.
Which is interesting too, because I know Aster used the Destiny heroes, and in the manga, Jaden didn't use elemental heroes right away. He was using masked heroes. And then eventually he got some elemental heroes, and I think Aster was using vision heroes. And eventually Jaden used extra heroes, I think. The manga was just so different, you know? The whole just normal tone of Barai being like, oh, he died, that's cool. You got a Pokeball grinder, that's cool, man. Barai's like, oh dang, he did die. Anyways.
Oh, he died. Anyway, moving on. Because I remember in the anime, Asker was the one who found the person who killed his dad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because he stole the Crystal Beast.
Yeah.
Which is another one of my favorite decks. I love the Crystal Beast.
Oh, that reminds me. So, one of the guys in my group, he plays Crystal Beasts. And he's in a Crystal Beast group chat on Facebook. Like, I'm in an Ancient Gear group chat on Facebook. But apparently, a couple of months ago, he was telling us about how there were two guys in the chat that for 2.5 hours straight, like no breaks, just straight, were arguing whether Jesse Anderson was gay or not.
For 2 hours.
2.5. Strictly because of the Crystal Beasts, and they're like, okay, no, he's gay and he likes Jaden. And everyone's like, and the other guy was like, no, he's not. It's just the archetype. It's called Crystal Beasts, and that's just what they are. Like, it's supposed to like resemble the different colored gemstones. And they're like, no, it's a homosexual reference. And they're like, he's like, no, it's not. Like, it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm just lucky I don't have to deal with that type of drama in Ancient Gears.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then, yeah, there's someone saying like, hey guys, wait, let's talk about it. Is Dr. Crowler a transvestite? And we're like, no. We think. Maybe. That's the thing. We don't know. Like, at least in that department, we don't know. Some other more things. Elaborate trip, you want a ramen noodle hoodie? Other things? Oh, heck yeah, dude. I'm happy for you.
I also liked the Proton deck.
Oh, the Protons?
Yeah.
What was that? Was that from 5Ds?
I want to say it was from Zexal.
Zexal? Okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, that would make more sense, probably. Honestly, I'll always love the original Duel Monsters as, like, the absolute favorite for me. But, like, if I had to rank something as my next favorite, I think it would actually be Arc 5. Arc 5 really grew on me.
I think, for me, I really like the original, obviously, because original. I really like GX, even though Season 4 was never dubbed.
Yeah.
I really liked 5Ds, even though that was never finished. And then Arc 5 is also in my top 5.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a three-way tie for me between Arc 5, GX, and 5Ds. Like, none of them beat the original for me. But, like,
Yeah.
all of them could easily be considered a close second for me. I loved every single one of them. Zexal, Zexal was by no means bad. It was just really different.
It was Kite. Kite was the one who used the Proton deck that I liked.
Oh, you mean Photons?
Proton.
Yeah.
Not Proton.
Yeah, he was using Photons and Galaxy Eyes.
Yes. Kite was the one that I liked.
Although technically Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon counts as a Photon monster, so it's technically the same. Favorite rider? Okay, like, so I'm not super into Common Rider. So, like, I don't even really know the names of all the riders. I've just, like, seen all of them, and I know a little bit about it. It's like, I can't give you an answer to that one. But if you want a favorite Power Ranger, definitely the Black Ranger. I like the Black Ranger. I think Articuno. Hey, I definitely need that luck, man. Yeah, I got a friend who's super into Common Rider, but, like, I just don't know the same stuff that he does. Like, his knowledge and my knowledge are, like, mirror images of each other because, like, I know essentially everything about old school Yu-Gi-Oh! And, like, the old school sets, but he knows, like, everything about Common Rider.
Because, yeah, at first I didn't think I'd like pendulum summoning.
I loved pendulum summoning in the anime. It's a failed mechanic in the TCG, and no one will ever convince me otherwise, and it sucks. And it's actually what got a lot of people to leave the game, was pendulum summoning. Now it's, like, kind of somewhat repaired, but it's still not good, like, at all.
Because, I mean, there's Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon.
Well, even just from, like, a competitive standpoint, right? There's a hand trap in the game called Nibiru the Primal Being. It has an effect where whenever your opponent has summoned 5 or more monsters, as long as you're during one of the main phases, you can activate its effect where it tributes all face-up monsters on the field. It summons itself to your field, and then it summons a token to your opponent's field who has the combined attack and defense of every monster that was tributed. And you can pick what position it's put in, whether it's attack or defense. But, like, it can easily be, like, 11,000 attack or something. So, like, if you pendulum summon out 4 monsters and then just do one more thing, Nibiru happens, if they have it, of course, and then you just lost everything. It's one of those scenarios where they actually have to have the card in hand, but, like, if they do, pendulum just dies. Like, there's a couple really cool pendulum archetypes, like the Draco Slayers. They're awesome. I love them. And then, of course, you can't forget, like, Performapals and, like, Odd Eyes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, most of them just don't do anything in the game, in the TCG at least.
Yeah. I think Yuya might be the most relatable protagonist for me, at least.
Yuya?
Yeah.
I love Yuya. He's definitely one of the best protagonists up there.
Because all he wants to do is perform. Literally.
Which, for, like, us as kids watching the show, it's like all we want to do is play the game. Me as an adult watching this show, all I want to do is play the game. Heck, I'm wearing an Ancient Gear Golem shirt right now in Final Fantasy artwork. Oh, what monster was it? I noticed something. Oh, what monster? That's gonna bother me. Oh, yeah. Odin, father of the Aesir. Him and Golem have their hands extended in the exact same, like, position, except it's the opposite hand. Golem's... Let me look at my shirt. Yeah, Golem's left arm has his hand, like, outstretched. Odin's right hand is outstretched, but their fingers and stuff are the exact same position. I noticed it the other day while playing Nordics. Because I have a Nordic deck actually built, but I have to deconstruct it and rebuild it because a new ban list is going into effect on January 1st. And it does hit a couple of cards in the Nordic deck I was running because, like, Nordics aren't super good in the TCG.
Yeah, I really like the Nordic deck.
Nordics are super fun. The only thing in the TCG that really, like, restricts them from being good is if you negate the Link monster, Golvig, it just kills the entire deck. And like you just have to pass your turn. If there was a way to keep playing even if that thing was negated, it would be somewhat fine. And it really sucks, because I really enjoy that deck, and it's such a fun deck to play. But until, like, a fun, casual jank deck. And I was like, what do you mean it's not Rogue? And he was upset, too. He's like, you're saying the deck's not even... There we go. I think it reconnected. Maybe? Yeah, it reconnected.
No, you're good. You're good.
Streamlabs just freaked out for a second. Yeah, it just really sucks, man, because there's a lot of really fun decks that just aren't good because they don't have modern support, and Nordics is one of them. And, like, Konami, I think they're actually turning over a new leaf, because all of this year, and from what we've seen, at least the start of next year, they've been supporting the old archetypes and creating archetypes from older cards. Like, for example, I wouldn't consider Yubel an archetype because there was, like, 4 cards. But, like, they're creating a bunch of new cards in a new set in February, strictly for Yubel. And I love that. They also took the Chimera monsters, Berfomet and Gazelle, and gave them some fusion monsters. There's a new Berfomet and a new Gazelle. There's a Chimera fusion to fuse into the fusion monsters. It's actually a really good deck. What I want, and this is just me on some major copium, is I want them to do the same thing they did to Chimera to Lejeune, the Genie of the Lamp. Because it's such an iconic card. Kaiba used it. It was one of the original beatdown monsters in the meta in the trading card game in 2002. Like, it's got history in the game. I would love to see, like, of the Lamp monsters. I already know what the new artwork for the new Lejeune would be too, because do you remember in Duelist Kingdom where Kaiba equipped D-Spell to Lejeune and like Lejeune put his hands together and like the energy thing was like appearing in his hand?
Yeah.
They could use that as the artwork and make Lejeune into an effect monster. And then make a bunch of other like different genies and like of the Lamp cards. It could be really cool. I really want them to do that, but there's no telling. The fact that they did Gate Guardian right was surprising enough for me. I never thought they'd touch that deck. And they kind of like confirmed that Para and Dox's deck are also part of the Gate Guardian archetype. Because there's 2 types of monsters in the archetype. You have Guardian monsters, and you have of the Labyrinth monsters. So they turned Labyrinth Tank into Heavy Tank the Labyrinth. You have Shadow Ghoul, which is not like, I think it's called Shadow Ghoul the Labyrinth now or something like that. There's a Jurai Gumo trap card that's an of the Labyrinth card. And I really want them to do Dungeon Worm and Monster Tamer as well. Because like that's essentially the last couple of monsters they used in that duel against Yugi and Joey that we haven't had retrains for. And I'm suspecting we're getting that in January, because the set that debuted the Gate Guardian support was called Maze of Memories. There's a new set in January coming out called Maze of Millennia. And I really want there to be more of the Labyrinth stuff in that set. I just realized I've almost done 300 encounters this stream.
300?
Almost. I started at 20,500. I'm at 20,743. I usually only get 200 encounters in a stream. But like, I'm so ahead of schedule. I don't know how I'm going so fast. I guess I'm just talking about stuff that I really enjoy. It's like making the time go by so fast. I'm not noticing how fast I'm going.
I mean, it is good when you have someone to talk to about it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I really want to rewatch Arc 5 at some point, because I genuinely enjoyed it. Like, when I was watching Zexel, I felt like I was kind of watching it just to watch it, to say I've seen all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Episodes. But Arc 5, I genuinely enjoyed.
I really enjoyed Arc 5.
Which is funny, because I was really surprised to see that Arc 5 was the debut of Gladiator Beasts. When Gladiator Beast came out, like, way before Arc 5 and Pendulum Monsters were a thing.
Yeah.
We got Gladiator Beasts in, like, 2008, which is, like, the Synchro era. Because Synchros came out, like, right at the beginning of 2009. Actually, that's got me curious when 5Ds debuted. I'm gonna look that up. When did... Okay, so that links up. In America, 5Ds debuted on September 13th, 2008. Our first Synchro monster was in the 5D starter deck right at the end of 2008, turning into 2009. I think it was... Don't quote me on this. I think it was November. So, like, right before the end of the year, we got the starter deck. And then we didn't get an actual set that had Synchro monsters in it until the first of the year, in 2009.
Yeah, that would make sense.
If the show came out in September, that makes sense. And yes, you were right, Uni. The Aron is stubborn. I believe, and don't quote me on this, I know one of them is fact. I believe the 3 Synchro monsters in the starter deck were Junk Warrior, Nitro Warrior, and what was the other one? It was Junk Warrior, Nitro Warrior, and it was another one Yusei used. Turbo Warrior, I think.
Turbo Warrior or Junk Warrior?
Junk Warrior and Turbo Warrior. I'm looking that up now. I gotta know. I need to know if my trivia is up to par. Let's see. I was wrong actually on 2 of them. It was Junk Warrior, Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth, and Colossal Fighter. I got Junk Warrior right at least, but... Oh, that's why it's not a Yusei starter deck. It's just a 5D starter deck. I'm looking this up now. Hold on, wait. Starter deck. Yusei. I can't find where it would be. Look up Junk Warrior's printings. I bet I can find the starter deck that way. Okay. 5D starter deck 2009. Let's look into that. That's not it either. It was Road Warrior, Junk Warrior, and X-Saber or Bellum. Wow. Okay, my trivia's off, I guess. I might have been thinking Duelist Pack, you say. yeah, my new strategy for collecting the cards, because I was going like commons and cheap foils for now and going back and buying the expensive foils later. I'm saying screw that. I'm literally just buying only commons. That way I can fly through the sets as quickly as I can to get caught up to the current sets, and then go back and buy all the foils later. And I can start with the cheap foils and then work up to the bigger ones. Otherwise, it's just going to take me a while. I mean, it's still going to take a while regardless. There's only so many cards I can get for $100 a month.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go, Uni. I'm glad you got your sketch done.
And you said you were going to Japan next year?
Okay, so the plan was to go in the spring, but since I quit Aldi not too long ago, and I haven't been able to hear back from other jobs because holidays, and I probably won't hear back from people until after the 1st, I don't know how far that's going to set me back. At this point, it's up in the air if I get to go in the spring or not.
Yeah.
If I hear back from someone almost immediately and I get to start right away, then yeah, I'll probably still go in the spring. But if I don't get to start right away, or I don't hear back from anybody at all, and I just have to like go work at a restaurant or something, then I probably won't get to go in the spring.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what's realistic, but the goal is to go in the spring. So I applied for some teaching jobs in the county that I live in, and there's 2 music teaching jobs that pay like anywhere from $47,000 to $62,000 a year, 47 being the minimum, which isn't bad at all.
No.
And I did like an over the phone screening with the person who's like over hiring people for the school board, and as far as I know, she sent out emails to the places I applied to because one of my references got an email. So like I know she's at least emailed the references, or the schools have. So I'm really hoping that after the 1st comes by, I get an email from one of these schools and saying, hey, we'd like you to come in for an interview. But assuming the best happens and that does happen and I hear from someone and then I go to an interview and get a job, that doesn't necessarily mean I get to start right away. They might say, hey, well, you get to start in August, you know?
Right.
Which would really suck, but if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. In which case, if that was to happen, I'd be like, okay, sounds good. I'd get a part-time job until then. But I can't afford to not have a job forever. So, like, after the 1st, if I don't hear from anybody, like, in the next 2 days, like by the 3rd, I'm just going to start applying at restaurants and just see what happens. Because I've got tons of food experience, so I could easily get a job at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I did food for 7 years, so it's not like it's anything new to me.
I believe in you.
Yeah. We'll just see, because really the teaching job would be amazing. I need to earn more money to fuel my shiny cardboard addiction. And, you know, live.
I was gonna say living is kind of important.
Yeah,
Kind of need you alive if we're still gonna be friends.
that's right. Living comes first. Shiny cardboard comes 1.5.
1.5.
Not even second. 1.5. I actually listed my Xbox 360 for sale today on Facebook Marketplace because I haven't touched the thing since I was like in 10th grade. And it's just been sitting under my bed ever since, and I doubt I'm ever going to play it again. I factory reset the thing earlier today anyway, so now I don't have any data on it, so I can't go back. Not that I've touched it in years anyways, but I'm trying to get a decent amount of money out of it and all the games I have, plus the 2 controllers. And if I can sell it, I'm taking that money and putting it right into my Yu-Gi-Oh collection. That way I can put the money from something that's been sitting under my bed into something that I'm actively using and putting time into.
Yeah.
And there's just some things around the house that I'm selling for that exact reason. Things that I would not have money from in the first place. So it's not like I'm losing money from doing it. And putting it into something that I'm actively using. Like, I've got the 360 listed. I found my old iPod 4 and factory reset it, and it's not expensive at all. I thought the thing, since it's vintage technically, would be going for more, but they go for like $15. But at the same time, I'm like, who needs an iPod anymore when we all have smartphones?
Yeah.
So I understand why. But I listed that on Facebook Marketplace. I've got some Switch games I don't play anymore that I'm going to start listing again, but I'm afraid to, because the last time I listed them on Marketplace, I got a lot of scam profiles messaging me saying hey, I want this. Is it still available? Let's meet somewhere. And the last time I actually tried to meet someone somewhere with it, they just didn't show up and I wasted the gas money. Granted, I didn't drive very far, but still.
Yeah, still.
So I'm afraid to list the Switch games for that exact reason, because I'm afraid there'll be a lot of scam profiles again. I already had 2 scam profiles earlier for the Xbox, but they were easy to spot. One was an account that had no photos on it, and when you look at it, there's no post, nothing. It's just a blank profile. I'm like, okay, that's sketch. The second one was a super, super hot girl, model status, but she only had 1 photo and no posts. So I was like, okay, that's definitely a fake profile.
Yeah.
Those 2 were easy to spot. The one that I tried to meet up with to sell a Switch game, he actually had posts and stuff. I think he was just trolling. He messaged, hey, I want this, and just didn't show up. His account was real, at least from what I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a black powder revolver that I'm just not a gun collector. It's like a $400 gun. I'm gonna, in February, go to a Civil War reenactment show, find a vendor, and be like, hey, I want to sell this. What will you give me for it?
You'll probably get something decent for that.
I want to aim for at bare minimum 200. That way I get half the money out of it, and there's meat on the bone for them to actually make money out of it. I'd be happy with that. But if they offered me anything over 200, I'm not going to say no. But on the opposite hand, if they say, hey, we'll give you $50, I'm going to be like, no. I went through my entire closet yesterday because number one, I needed to clean it out anyways. It's done, needed a cleaning for a while, but also because there was things in there I just haven't used that I was looking for, trying to list on Marketplace. Didn't really find much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I actually owe Sammy a stream because she paid for a very interesting stream to happen. And I haven't forgotten about it. I just haven't gone to the store.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so she paid for me to buy a rotisserie chicken and have the entire stream as just me eating the rotisserie chicken.
Oh my god.
And the agreement was, the title with no context, no description, is going to be for Sammy. And I'm totally down. Like, I get to do a stream and eat a rotisserie chicken. Like, that's a win-win for me. I just haven't gone to the store and bought a rotisserie chicken. I haven't forgotten, and it's been like a month and a half, 2 months. And like I keep telling Sammy, like, hey, I'm not running off with your money. This is happening. Don't worry. I just gotta go to Walmart and get one. And the last time I went to Walmart to find one, they didn't have any. So like I couldn't buy one.
We also have to make sure Sammy is in the stream.
Yeah, that's another important thing too. I told Sammy I was gonna do it like the day before or after Thanksgiving, and then I went and they didn't have any, so like I couldn't buy one, so it just didn't happen. And here's the funny thing, right? Like, it's not like a kink or anything. Like, she didn't ask for it to be a mukbang or anything. Like, it's not that. It's just literally the camera pointing at me eating rotisserie chicken. That's all it is. So like, there's no weird stuff going on here. It's just she wants to have a stream of me eating a rotisserie chicken. I'm like, hey, you paid me money for it? Yeah, let's do it. It might be a little out there, and it's not what my channel does, but if I'm getting money for it and get to eat chicken,
it is a win-win.
Yeah. But yeah, next time at Walmart, if they actually have one, I'll pick one up. Cause like, I go crazy for the lemon pepper rotisserie chickens, man.
I don't think I've ever had one.
A rotisserie chicken?
No, lemon pepper.
Oh, the lemon. Yeah. The two most common ones they have are the roasted garlic and the lemon pepper. Lemon pepper's so good, dude.
Like, I've had rotisserie chicken. I've definitely had that. But...
I was about to say, if you haven't had rotisserie chicken, then like, you gotta have a rotisserie chicken ASAP.
Chicken is good. It is cool.
Lemon pepper's so awesome. Dude, facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, Sammy didn't say I had to pick up a certain flavor, so like, lemon pepper is the one I'm grabbing. You don't do spicy? Lemon pepper's not even spicy, though. That's the best thing.
I was gonna say, it's not spicy. I do lemon pepper wings whenever I go to, like, Wingstop.
Yeah.
God, the lemon pepper wings there are so good.
I need to go to Buffalo Wild Wings at some point on a Tuesday or Thursday. That way I can take advantage of their deals.
And the garlic parmesan.
I always get a bunch of teriyaki wings, and then get like 3 of the habanero ones, because I love habanero.
Mm-hmm.
You can't handle Taco Bell mild sauce. I mean, that's okay though. I mean, like, joking but not joking, but like, my sister's like the type of person that's like, mayonnaise is spicy. She doesn't think mayonnaise is spicy, but like, she can't handle spicy food.
I can't either.
I love spicy food, dude.
I don't do spicy.
I walked into a hot sauce shop in Knoxville when I was up there with my buddy, and he was like, is there anything you want to try specifically? I was like, I want to try the hottest thing you have. And he was like, okay. I was like, no, give me the hottest thing you have. Are you serious? I was like, yeah, let's do it. So he put it on a spoon, and I just like shoved the thing in my mouth and like was tasting it and everything. And I pulled the spoon out. I was kind of like nodding my head. I was looking at him. I was like, yeah, that's actually a really good flavor. He's like, are you good? I was like, yeah. He's like, is it not hot? I was like, oh, it's hot. It's really hot. That's good. He's like, but you're okay. I was like, what is it? He's like, well, usually people are like tearing up or reacting in some way. You're just standing there. Are you good? I was like, yeah, it's good. He's like, do you want to buy a bottle? I was like, how much is it? He showed me the price. I was like, I can't afford a bottle, but I appreciate you letting me taste it. It was like $60 for the bottle. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Not $60.
Yeah, it was like 20 or something. I would have bought it, but like not for 60. You don't dabble as much as you used to, but you'll tear up some atomic wings. Oh heck yeah, dude! Don't you mean a Spice Girl? The question is, what Spice Girl do you identify as?
I don't. Good question.
I'm probably a Mel.
Probably Sporty Spice.
There was a time when we were playing Phasmophobia where Max yelled at the ghost and it immediately started hunting after that. He was just like, what Spice Girl do you identify as? And then like lights go out in here. Speaking of, I didn't realize he left call. I've been talking nonstop, so I just didn't hear the beep, I guess.
I realized when it happened, but I didn't say anything.
Can you mean to grab this blueberry ghost pepper sauce? Ooh, that sounds good. Bruh, at exactly 2 hours, I might hit 300 encounters.
Oh.
It is 12:29. At 12:30, it would have been 2 hours. Okay, it's 12:30. If I can get 2 more encounters. I'm making this a race at this point. I will get this last encounter.
This is a race. We are getting this encounter.
I got it. 20,800 before it hit 12:31. That is the fastest I have ever done shiny hunting. And there was a couple times there where I was like not doing it. I was Googling stuff about 5Ds. Dude, that's insane. Like $6 on this website, but I don't like ordering stuff online because I'm really at home and stuff like that gets delivered. Oh, I got you. Yeah, you don't want to deal with the package thieves, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've never had someone actually steal a package from me, but like, it's probably because I live in the middle of nowhere. Alright, chat. Well, I was talking about possibly doing a longer stream, but I've already done 100 extra encounters than normal. So I think we're going to call it there. Oh no, I got a message from one of the dudes. I hope it's not a refund. I'll catch you guys. What's today? Tuesday?
Yes, today is Tuesday.
I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another stream. You guys take it easy. Have a good one.